as you know, we live in the frozen north. And we have animals, so how do you keep animals watered in the frozen north? Well, add in the fact that we don't have a lot of running water. We buy water. Whoa, that's some serious boogers that just happened there. In the other months of the year, when it's not frozen, we pump water from a pond. So how do we keep our cow watered without me having to just bucket water out to the cow, which is what I've been doing. So my husband is building this. Let me show you. I'll show you the water tank, but we have a 1,000-liter water tank, and it's a cube, and he's built this insulated box. And the goal is that he will put it in this, and he will pump water from the pond, because he can still pump, he just has to chop a hole in the ice. And the cube will live inside of this, and it will stay thawed. This is our goal. Yeah. Let's see how this works out. So then from the cube, you're not really dressed for outside, and you're wearing your brother's boots. There's a spout at the front. Let's go walk, let's go find it and show you. So I just bought this snowsuit for Rowan because she needed a slightly bigger one that's windproof. She has a wool one, but when you're riding on a quad, ATV, snowmobile, that sort of thing, you need windproof too. And I didn't even think about the fact that her nickname is Squirrel, and there's squirrels all over it. That was pretty fun. I would just picked it because it was unisex. Oh, there's Patches. This is our future milk cow. Her name is Patches. Hey, Patchy Patch. She is a half Angus, quarter Jersey, quarter Montabiliard, which is another milking breed. And she has the best, gentlest disposition from day one, which is one of the reasons we decided to try her as a milk cow. Let's keep going. Maybe you should have worn a jacket? I'm just going to do this. So here is Annabelle now. And hey cow, you got snow all over you. How'd you manage that? You're hoping I'll feed you more? Yeah, it's not grain time, sorry. So here's a 1,000-liter water cube. And water comes out the bottom there. It's empty right now. And so then these troughs, this one's just empty. That's where I give her grain. But that one over there has a tank defroster that is just an electric water heater that only turns on below a certain below a certain coldness to keep the water thawed. So we will empty water from the cube into that. But I just saw a husband go by, so let's go see what he's up to.
Where's Freya?
Probably went back to the house.
She's cold.
Yeah, because she wasn't dressed properly.
No, I could tell.
Hi, Jeffy. So I've been in a bit of a conundrum on what to feed the milk cow for grain, because yes, I want to grain her. Yes, there is 100% grass-fed cows, but if I were to not feed her grain, one, her condition could suffer. It's a cold weather here. She's feeding a calf, she's feeding us, and she could end up just putting everything in the milk supply and getting too skinny, which is not good. But, or she could just stop producing, and guys, I kind of want to have milk all winter. So she gets free choice grass silage, and then I've been feeding her a dairy ration, but honestly that's not my first choice, but I've just been trying to figure out what to feed her, and in the meantime I've been giving her this dairy ration. But I picked up a couple things at the feed store. We got a big thing of local grown barley. And barley is a carbohydrate. So carbohydrates they put into condition, not into protein. Protein they put into milk production. Carbohydrates they put into body weight. That's like a very simplified way of saying it. So our plan is to feed her barley, black oil sunflower seeds, which are called Boss, and alfalfa. Because alfalfa and Boss, alfalfa goes into milk production, Boss goes into milk production and condition. The oils and fats in the Boss are really good for their coat and condition and etc. I could do oats. Oats go into milk production too, but I actually can't get plain oats. I can only get oats and barley mixed with molasses at the feed store, but I wanted to buy local grown barley. Also, it's way cheaper. We paid $125 for 400 kilos times 2.2, 880 pounds. I paid $125 for, so it's a good price. It's gonna last us a long time. I mean, we're feeding it to multiple animals, but still. So we're gonna work her into this. You can't all of a sudden just slam a cow with a new feed. They're ruminants. You need to give their system time to get used to it. So I've been switching her over from the dairy ration to the barley, and we're at like half and half dairy ration and barley right now. And now I'm gonna start adding in the Boss and alfalfa and see how she does. The other thing I feed her is this supplement called Fast Track. You can actually get it on Amazon, and it's like enzymes and yeasts and probiotics to help rumen function, and you just do a handful on top of their grain. Just helps keep them healthy and balanced. So I was just talking with Marius, and so we have 2 of those water cubes. One is new and unused, and that one had pond water in it, which is why it looked a little dirty. But he said that actually the valve at the bottom isn't working, and it looks like some birds flew in the top because it wasn't closed and died in there, and they're frozen in there. So he said that one's just gonna wait till spring, and we'll clean that out and worry about that in spring, and we're gonna use the new one now. So it works.
This almost wants to be further forward.
I think I need to get a fitting like we had before, so it's kind of a little hose and it's less messy.
Yeah, even if it's something you take off,
yeah,
bring in the house, put the lid
totally
on. Well, get one.
This one's for the calves. It'll be split between 2 calves. So now in here I've got a mix of everything, and now let's feed these puppies.